So without trying to be anywhere particular in your body, ask your consciousness to show you where your center is at the moment. Where am I coming from? And just as a society, we are very much a third eye based because we think a lot. And so we could be there just out of habit. It's the muscle that is most activated. But we could be in a very physical world or spiritual world or emotional world. It really, everything is okay. So ask your consciousness to start finding what center you are using or overusing at this moment. And allow whatever comes up to come up. Start slowing down, taking a deep breath, going into that sensory world, the non-verbal, the feeling. And try and not decide where you're coming from or think where you're coming from. Try and feel it. You might want to go through each of the centers from head to base and see where it's most active. Or you could even imagine yourself like a drawing with the chakras glowing and saying which one is most active or out of balance. Where am I coming from? And allow yourself to accept whatever comes up. Oh, I thought I would be in this chakra or that center. Just allow it to be whatever it is. Yeah. And this center might be overused and therefore tired or stimulated or overwhelmed. But it might be the most reliable for you in this moment. So whatever center you're feeling overstimulated, you can just go, okay, you can relax now. Allow the center to cool down, to relax. And just observe how this overactivity of the center might give you some reading of yourself. So the center might be a protective mechanism. It could be a contract mechanism. It could be because your mom and dad liked that behavior of yours. It's all good. We might, for example, hide in the spiritual center because the physical life is too hard for us or too harsh or daunting. So we created an escape mechanism and live in a spiritual center. That's an example. We might be very emotional and we don't like it, so we live in a mental energy center. But these are out of balance. They are allowing us to avoid or hide or overuse certain centers. And the other could be true. I might be running for my spiritual gifts and inclinations and hiding in my first or second chakra. I might be running everywhere or overeating or indulging or just to paint a picture. There we go. So go deeper. Allow your system to calm down. And if you found the overworked center, you could ask, what are you compensating? So whether you feel it, you know it, or you don't know it, just ask. your body to compensate, to back into equal energetics. So if your third eye is very active and your heart center is very slow, if you know that, just ask it to balance. And if you don't, just ask for the understanding now that you know you might be out of balance, for your consciousness to balance itself. So I very often use the analogy of a person being a flute, and that the chakras are where you place the fingers, they're notes. And it's not always just one note, it might be a combination. So let's start to balance. Different way of doing it. So imagine crown chakra, spiritual chakra. All the information there from the other chakras. We're not going into your particular story. We're just going crown chakra. For you to be healthy, functional, so that we don't hide there, we don't live there, but we also don't run away from it. How can we integrate? Ask your other centers to balance out with the crown chakra. Ask your consciousness to find the balance. And you can run through it. Does my third eye help the crown chakra? Does it hinder? Does my throat, heart, solar plexus, all these, of have I always thought of each chakra as a singular aspect of myself? If I have a spiritual concept and can understand it, I can speak it, I can feel it, and I can put it into action. Not necessarily in that order, but if they're connected, if they're balanced. Spiritual chakra has an expression through all the others. quantum consciousness, bringing the balance of the crown chakra in relation to all the others. May it be balanced and in harmony. Okay. First one is always takes a while for your system to understand the flow. Now we do the same for the third eye. Am I overthinking spirituality, action, emotion, heart? Or am I underthinking? Am I avoiding? But just allow it to come into balance. There we go. Loud, just like a water level will find its perfection. Just allow your third eye to find its balance between all the other chakras. So this isn't activating it, or it's finding how to balance it. Put it into balance with the spiritual, with the throat, with the heart, with the solar plexus, second and base. Okay, throat. Or is it overactive, underactive? Is it out of balance with the rest of you? No judgment, just allow it to find its balance. Okay. Now heart chakra. The idea here is to find in this meditation, this activation, a middle ground for all your chakras so they can be fine-tuned between themselves. It's of no use to have a really open spiritual chakra if I can't bring it into this 3D reality, for example. So how can I be most functional with who and what I am? And then here is the heart chakra. Is it open? Is it closed? Is it balanced? And even if you don't get an answer, find the balance. Ask your consciousness to balance it out. And the stories that you have might enhance or take away from your experience. Here, it's not really about a story. It could have meaning to you, but the idea is just to balance out the chakras. If you get too caught up in the story, then it has meaning and then it goes down a rabbit hole. This is literally bringing all your chakras into balance with each other. To feel that harmony, and from there, find your center. There you go. Moving on to the solar plexus. feel into that energy center and sense or perceive if it's shut down, too open, too active, too slow. And see if we can balance it out with the rest of the chakra family, the rest of the energy center. Okay, second chakra, again, balancing it out. That's all we're doing. Is it overactive, underactive? Just find the balance. Okay, and base chakra. Balance it out. Yeah. Now get a sensation of what it feels like to have that fine-tuned. It might not be hyper energetic, but everything is balanced between itself. So some centers might have slowed down, some might have sped up, some gave energy to another, but it's now in harmony. Just imagine that for a moment. My energy centers are in harmony. So if I'm that flute, I will be fine-tuned between the notes. And from this place, ask what your true energy center would be. What is your quality? And allow yourself to be surprised. We might go through different days with different energy centers. I might need to be intellectual one day or physical one day, but your true essence, is it from all chakras at the same time? Is there an energy center that is very much your signature? And is it the same one which you started with? Allow yourself to investigate, be surprised. Actually, before we do that, which energy center would really balance out the overactive one in the beginning? There we go. And now find your essence energy center. So you might be at the same center as before, but now with all the other centers in harmony, helping rather than compensating. And feel what your body feels like. Try and capture the essence, sensation of what it feels like to be centered in your perfect energy center. And as I said, this could move from day to day, but you'll find you are centered from one specific place. Okay, come on back.